Hello everybody, Sunday Adelaja here. Now I'm continuing my lectures on organized righteousness. Now what I mean by this is the fact that, sometimes the Christian people in the nations, and this is not just in Nigeria, or this is everywhere, this is not just in Africa, this is a worldwide thing. Christians live in illusions sometimes. Christians live in illusion. And one of the illusions that Christians live in is to think that not just Christians, but even good people live in illusion. Living in the illusion that if we will have as many Christians as possible in the society, or if we will have as many good people as possible in the society, then the society is going to be perfect. That everything is going to be good. That righteous people, in the multiplication of good people, righteous people, make the society righteous. That's an illusion. Another thing that religious people believe, and pastors and clerics and imams, is that if they will only teach their congregations and congregants to observe the laws and their commandments, the rules of their religion, if they will teach them very well to live okay, not to, violate the law and just to, obey the commandments, that it will result in the society being good or being righteous. Well, experience has proven to us that is not totally so. Righteousness does not prevail in any society by itself. Righteousness does not prevail in any society just because everybody on his own way, in his own house, in his own apartment, in his own little place, is doing the right thing. Because then you will have, even if you have 90% Christians, then you have 2% that are bad people. But if they are organized, if they put their efforts together and organize themselves, they will control the whole city. And even you, the righteous, will be voting for them. And they will be ruling over you. It's just like in my country, Nigeria, a lot of Christians complain that politics is occultic. And that for you to go into politics in Nigeria, you've got to bow under the occultic pressure, or you've got to lay under them. And some people say, oh well, why Lagos is full of churches and Christians and only Muslims have been governors and ruling the state? Well, it's very simple. Because until the good people, the righteous people, are organized, their righteousness results in no or little effect, or little or no effect in the society. Righteousness that is not organized does not prevail in this world that we live in. It's just like people talk about the world government, and everybody is complaining, only a few families rule the world, only a few groups rule the world, only 13 families rule the world, okay, and we are 7 billion. So what's happening to us? We are just following. It's just the same principle that you see with the shepherd, the physical shepherd, and the sheep or the animal, the herd. Shepherd is one, but the cattle is like 100. So you have cattle in their 100, but the shepherd is just one, and everybody just follows. Because they cannot get themselves organized. He organizes them. The same thing in society. Those families, those 13 families that rule the world, they are able to organize themselves. So if you are ever concerned about righteousness at all in your society, if you are ever concerned about the future of your land, and you want the right things to be done, you want righteousness to rule, the only way for righteousness to rule and to prevail in any given society It's not just by having many churches and having crowd in the churches. Otherwise, they will only be practicing what I call domestic righteousness. But for righteousness to actually prevail over the larger society, that righteousness, or righteousness as a whole, must be enforced through organization. That righteousness must be organized. So the only way for righteousness to rule over a nation, over any society, is for righteousness to be enforced through organization. Righteousness must be enforced by and through organization. That is, the righteous people, or the men and women that know better, need to be able to organize themselves. The men and women that know better must take their domestic righteousness from their homes and from their churches and come together and form and become a united force. And when they become a united force, they lay out the principles, they make the rules, they lay down the values and that will be guiding them, their actions and the society at large. They must agree on these values. And when these values are agreed on, then as a united force, they push it with all their resources. That is how righteousness could prevail over a nation. So when you read of statements like, righteousness exalts a nation, righteousness exalts a nation, good talk. Why is it doesn't work? Well, if it's not organized, in Nigeria, for example, where I come from, we had an election a few years ago, and General Buhari, who is a very reputable man, a man of integrity, a man that is known for his fight against corruption, his stance, very righteous stance, even though he's a Muslim. But a lot of Muslims have righteous stance. So, he had a righteous stance, and he had a lot of good people around him. Then, after coming to power, you know what they started complaining about? They started complaining, the cabals are, hindering us from working. The previous party, the PDP, are standing on our way. Some people have organized Biafrans to destabilize the country. Or some people have organized the Niger Delta youth to destabilize the country. Some people have organized this thing. What stops you from being organized? By you saying that some people have organized this, these people are this, it means even though you won the election, you took the majority vote, but the minority group proved to be better organized in disrupting your plans. Because in any nation, in any society, it is only the group that is better organized that rules. It is only the group that is organized that bears rulership over that nation. It is not the group that wins the election. It is not the group that has the majority. It is the group, even if it is the minority, even if it is 1%, it is that 1% that is better organized that rules over the nation eventually. And if you look into many nations of the world, you will see that small number of people always rule over the majority. Why? Because the majority never really get themselves organized. And that's why you remember this, that the only way to enforce righteousness on the society, the only way for righteousness to exalt a nation is for that righteousness to be organized, or for that righteousness to be enforced through organized righteous people. So the only way for righteousness to exalt a nation is for the righteousness to be enforced through organization. Organized righteousness must become an ideology for all good people the world over, for the love of God, church, and nation. Peace. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Now we need to spread this word, and we need to do it together. For that to happen, we need your help. Just 5 little steps that you could help us to spread the word. Number one thing we need you to do is to like the videos. Please go like this video right now. Number two, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Number three, we need you to press and click on that notification bell. You see the bell? Go press on it. And number four, we need you to go comment. Write your comment, good or bad, just write what you feel. Number five, share on every platform. Share on Instagram, share on Facebook. Just share and spread the word. Thank you so much.